Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle, we unite and dripping orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move rockin' on? Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move bottom? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we got 'em. Yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em. Finger ball 'em. Never stop it. So the beastin' on 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes? Flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen. We gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our...
Welcome to another episode of Bengals and Brews. I am Del Altman, joined by my early brew crew members, Greg Luther and Jeff Trinapool, Sports with Strawberry Ice. What's up, fellas?
Woo!
Hey,
Orlando.
message to everybody, just so you know, if my screen looks weird, I'm just trying out my laptop now because NFL Free Agency is on. I have to have my phone with me in case something comes up.
Hey, and then you can break news, but just don't start getting excited every time that Matt puts some random thing from the spaces.
Don't bust ass when we sign Rap, okay?
Yeah, I said if we get Taylor Rapp, if that would get announced, which I have no idea, just maybe he was potentially visiting, but then there was like, well, he's in New England. I'm like, well, that was yesterday. Cincinnati. So there's a little confusion still exactly where in the world Taylor Rapp is.
I think he's here. We don't know.
Right,
But
exactly.
either way, Greg Luther is not going to bust ass.
But yeah, we said, so if he signs, you're going to take your shirt off on the show. And he said, yeah, I can bust some ass. I can bust some ass, which is like.
If news breaks during the show, I will take my shirt off if Rap signs the show.
You're just looking for a reason to take your shirt off at this point.
Well, no, if you watch Strawberry, if you watch the late night episode when Orlando Brown signed, you would have seen it.
I was on the air myself. I couldn't.
Okay, so you got selfish and did your own show then. Just kidding.
Great.
Yeah.
I'll go back and watch it so I can see you have your shirt off.
Bengals news, quite a bit, really, because we officially now have signed Orlando Brown.
Yes. And Jonah Williams is being a little bitch.
Yeah, so as we put,
all the defending you have done, Dale. The defending we've done.
No.
We've stuck our neck out for this man, and he wants to be traded now. What the hell?
Which, to be fair, a lot of that we were sticking it out as a left tackle. Like, it's hard to find left tackles. He's really, been not, we'll say solid. He's been solid left tackle. We never said, oh my gosh, he's great. He's top 15 even, but he's average left tackle play, which the other half of the NFL would take that. It's hard to find linemen. So that's kind of been the thing. But it's like, you don't want to play right tackle, but here's the thing. You better give me something decent for him. I'm not getting rid of him for nothing.
We ain't giving him to you.
One thing I'll say, and we talked about this for off the air, Mike Brown is not going to just give him away.
No.
Mike Brown don't care if you don't want to play. if he gets good enough deal, they'll trade you. But other than that, you got stripes on, man. You might have to go play right tackle. Yeah.
He's going to look at it like, I agreed to this deal with you, and you're here unless I get enough value I consider back.
He let Carson
Palmer. What would that be for you guys? I tweeted earlier that I kind of dig my heels in wanting a second, but I don't know if it's realistic, especially now that this demand is public. Right. So what do you think? I'll start with you, Greg, and then bounce it down to you, Jeff.
So realistically, I think we'd be lucky get a third. I think being realistic, we should definitely get a fourth for him and all that. But to be honest with you guys, I am not doing it. I do not want to go in the season knowing it's either going to be Cody Ford or Jackson Carman. Nothing against Carman. I know he played well. I just don't want that to happen. I would not do it unless a Cam Fleming came in or Joe Gibbery posted that guy Bardacon, I think his last name is, for the Jets. I would be actually open to that.
Mekhi Becton. Mekhi Becton.
Yeah.
His 11th overall pick of 2 or 3 years ago when Frank Pollock was actually with the Jets as O-line coach. So
so like I say, I would not do it. I just don't. You don't want to go like Dale. We've talked about millions of times. You do not want to go to the draft thinking I have to draft a right tackle or whatever.
Yeah, which it's a good class for the first round for it, assuming that like DeJuan Jones and Darnell Wright both don't go. Right. But I don't see, once again, who was the other guy we kept talking about was Anton Harrison. It's like, well, if you're picking him as a left tackle for the future, that's a solid pick. But now I'm like,
no,
now Orlando. So it's like,
I mean, for me, it's third round. You got to get at least a third round. And the thing is, look, like we keep saying, all these Bengals fans want to trash Jonah. He's a legit good, average left tackle. I mean, and those are hard to find. I don't get. Everybody can be upset with Jonah. He did not live up to his draft status or anything like that. He's still a left tackle in this league, and he's played. So he's at least worth a third. And for me, if you get a third, then we're taking a right tackle, which in my opinion, we might take a right tackle anyway, even with who we have, because you can never have enough.
No.
You can never have enough.
No, exactly.
And you probably get a tight end in the second round. So,
but you know what? Dan Horde pointed this out. With Jonah, should we really not be surprised if you really sit down and think about it? He wants to play left tackle. That was his position. He wanted to play coming into the draft. At the same time, though, would Jonah honestly sit out for $12 million? Let's think about that logically.
Well, I think it's like 12.6, right? So I was rounding up.
It's the same question we had about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was going to play. I kept saying that the whole time. It's $60 million. He's going to freaking play.
Jesse Bates last year. Yeah, almost a more similar thing because it was franchise tag for him, and this is the 5th-year option, which is basically almost like a franchise tag.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, the downside is, do you really want to risk him? Would he hold out during training camp and then over a position he's never practiced at? He's going to come right in the last second. That's what was kind of scary.
That's the difficult thing, because if you're moving him, wanting him to move to right tackle, and he's not there at practice the whole, if
he holds out, he's screwing himself. Because if he holds out, he's not gonna come in here and, like you just said, start. If you say he holds out, misses all of training camp, and it comes in like Bates did, they're not gonna go, okay, welcome back. You're gonna be a right tackle that you've never played in the NFL. They're gonna have somebody else there. So he's good. All he's gonna do is screw himself. He literally has no leverage here. I mean, what's the leverage?
Will say, like Frank Pollock, he said, it is St. Patrick's Day.
Yep.
So we've got a lot of time left.
Right.
It's hard to, we still got times to do some stuff.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Even with Jonah, like, it could be a comp pick thing, but I don't even think that's in our vocabulary anymore.
No,
we thought that when Bates, we're like,
well, we had that until we have.
Who gives a shit? I mean, I'd be like, oh, we got a third and maybe a fourth or a fifth round. This isn't the Marvin Lewis era days anymore. This is a win now mode.
Yeah, we had a third round.
This is a good point here. So. Jolly's saying, he needs to come in and have a good season. Even if, you're not playing left, but other people know you played left, and now you're showing versatility. I understand Tom saying left to right's a $10 million difference. Not always.
But look at Orlando Brown.
Yeah.
He played right. He wanted to go play left. Somebody gave him a shot. Hell, the Jaguars just got
Juwan Taylor.
Yeah, and he was a right tackle. They're making him a left. Just shut up. Come and play right. Go get your money somewhere else and see if you get left tackle.
Yeah, because
and McGlinchey got $87.5 million. We brought that up yesterday.
Right.
And he is playing. He is a right tackle. He's playing right tackle. So these right tackles are getting paid in today's NFL too.
No. Were we just having a discussion that right tackles are slowly working up towards left tackles?
Sure. Yep.
I mean, like I say to Jonah Williams, I understand he's frustrated. He wants to play left tackle. But, at the same time, you didn't make a point, Strawberry. He'd be screwing himself if he held out.
I don't see honestly, do you guys think he has any leverage here? I mean,
I don't think he really does.
I'm going to sit out. Like, Mike Brown would be like, okay, sit out. I mean, we just signed, who's the other guy we signed?
Cody Ford.
Yeah, we just signed him, and he's coming in to compete. Oh, now I don't know a thing about him, to be honest. I really don't. So,
I mean, Cody Ford. We had to admit this was evidence. That was a little secret. I'm like, well, wait a minute. We thought it was going to be a backup guard here. That kind of said to me either Lyell's going to get cut or Jonah's going to get traded. So,
well, it means the Bengals do something that Jonah wasn't going to like. This is what I think.
Yeah. Well, even Frank Pollock didn't even know about Orlando Brown coming here. He said he learned about it when the deal was announced. So nobody. I think Jonah. Do you think he took it as a slap in the face or something? Or
I just don't think he wants to change positions. And I think he's thinking, I'm on the free agent market, and he's still thinking that the left tackle. And typically, yes, that's why we said a left tackle on the market. He would have been second behind Orlando Brown. Well, now he's the top guy. We have Orlando Brown. He's the top guy on the market. So that's why I said I would throw out there I want a second round pick. Doesn't mean I'm going to get it, but that's where I'm starting. That's my starting point, and then come talk to me, and then maybe I settle for a third at the end of the day. You get his $12.6 million off the book if somebody trades for him. So now
that could go toward our tight end. I mean,
Taylor Rapp,
right, or Taylor Rapp. So I mean, I'm okay. Like I said, if you let's say we trade them and we get just say we get a second round pick like we want, and it's a higher second round pick than what we have. Well, hell, you could draft hopefully Juwan Jones or
and Laporta
right's there, and then you got a second round that you can go get your tight end at a higher the second round. So maybe the guy from Georgia,
Nolan Smith.
No, the tight end.
Oh, Darnell Washington.
Yeah, maybe he's there in the second round. I mean, so if you get a second round pick for him, it still opens up more for the draft. You have more cap space, more for Joe, more for T. Higgins, more for Rapp, more for tight end, whoever we sign, and then we go draft Juwan Jones, and that's a wrap. Let's go.
Exactly. We've also had pure speculation, that maybe we're interested in Foster Moreau. I know Zim put something, but Zim says a lot of things. I'm not saying that some of them aren't true, but Zim says a lot of things, and he's tossing things out there. I don't know that he's always trying to report news, so I haven't heard anything officially that Foster Moreau is visiting. But it's a guy that has made sense, and we've mentioned
way too much
3 or 4 days straight.
So, can you give us a rundown about Foster? I mean, when I first heard about it, I'll let you figure out who I gave a first phone call to.
Well, I mean, he's 6'4", 250. You probably called Kieran because he went to LSU.
Yep.
So
Kieran will run around with his shirt off when we sign him.
Oh, yeah.
Kieran is not always logical when it comes to the LSU.
No. If it's LSU, Kieran wants him.
He says, I want him.
Yep.
But no, Foster Monroe, he's a guy, he will dodge people over. He looks the part of NFL tight end. When he got his shot, he took advantage of it. I mean, he's definitely not easy to bring down. The guy's, he'll fight his way for every single yard, that's for sure.
And I sent you Dane Brugler's write-up from the Beast. I pulled that out. I just keep those things on me. Just keep them around.
That's
for Foster Moreau from the draft.
You're a draft guy.
Yeah. You're a draft guy. But, he didn't really have big numbers in college. So, I mean, he was more a blocker. And LSU, before Joe Burrow, his second year there, they weren't known to pass the ball anyway. So that's why his numbers were what they were. But his last 2 years in the NFL has been really good when he's had to fill in for Darren Waller. He had almost 500 receiving yards and 35 catches last year. That is not far off from Hayden Hurst's number, and that was almost in a backup role. Plus, he's known as a solid blocker.
Well, that's the thing is he really hasn't been a backup. He's been playing because the other guy was hurt all the time. Which that's what names wrote through my head. I keep forgetting people's names, but so I mean, I think it'd be a solid pickup.
So trade Jonah, free up the cap, fix another position. And if you can get a pick, I mean, it makes sense. That's what I mean. And if you can do it before the draft, you're able to use that draft capital in this draft.
Right.
So those things all make perfect sense to me. It's just a matter of what will someone else give, knowing that he's on the market, and what is Mike Brown and Katie and the rest of them willing to accept.
And the other thing is, a lot of teams are trying to do what the Bengals try to do. They want to fix their holes before the draft.
Yes.
So that's why it's a better chance of us trading Jonah now before the draft for teams who. Like, all right, we can go get a second round pick or third round pick, go get Jonah Williams. There's no left tackle. We don't have to worry about in the draft,
Well, I was thinking Edwards-Helaire is getting ready to come on the market, so I wouldn't give up Jonah for him. I certainly wouldn't give Jonah to the Chiefs for even a year. But
I don't want to trade shit to the Chiefs.
Edwards-Helaire could still get cut in Kansas City, and that's a guy that if he does end up getting cut. We speculated on that last week that he could be a guy the Bengals call because of the familiarity with Joe Burrow.
Well, here's being it. This just popped to my head because the Colts, Ian Rappaport did mention could be a possibility because they need a left tackle. This is just random thought. I know they're wanting to trade him also. Would you do to Jonah Williams for DeForest Buckner?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think it's that simple. Buckner, I feel like it makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
But if you're going to say money don't matter,
F the money.
Yes, I would.
Spend it. It ain't our money. We're spending it.
Yeah, exactly.
I like both our reactions. Are like, yeah.
If it's for a player trade like that, then I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Well, I was funny. If you watch Rappaport on McAfee was on there. McAfee was saying, are they going to trade him to the Colts?
Yeah, he always says that.
Okay, yeah, Colts. Yeah, fair enough.
So Tom's saying like he wants as much depth as possible. And I think that's what I'm most upset about. Is I said that to you, Jeff, when we were off air. First thing when you popped on, I said, "Well, there went all that talk we had about finally feeling like we had some O-line depth and options and this and that."
Yeah. Well, we still have him. He hasn't left.
Yeah, yeah, and we still have the draft. So you know what I'm saying. There's
Oh, no, would it surprise you guys if we waited until after the draft to trade him?
It depends on what people want to offer. That's what it depends.
I think they would go to the trade deadline.
Right.
Yeah.
If we're not getting what Mike Brown wants.
Mike Brown ain't going to – but if he doesn't get what he wants, he ain't going to trade you.
Hey, you know what? With Carson Palmer,
But things are so much different now than then for a multitude of reasons. But, especially you're competing for a Super Bowl and you know that $12 million some dollars. If ultimately this guy's going to be like, I'm not – but I think Jonah would play if it comes to that.
I think he would too. It's surprising. I mean, I don't know Jonah Williams for a hole in the wall, but I mean, it's just surprising that I just don't. I mean, I don't understand what the big deal is. Go play right tackle. Go ball out. Go get your money somewhere else. I mean, that's what you have, and you have a chance to win a ring.
And here's one: they could trade him on draft day.
Yes, they could.
There could be people thinking, I could get my left tackle in the first round with Paris Johnson, Broderick Jones, Skronsky, some of those guys, Anton Harrison even. And maybe they don't get the guy they wanted and he went before or whatever happens. Or maybe somebody they didn't expect to be there falls at another position. They take them. They need a tackle still. Then they're going to come back with you on day 2 or before day 2 of the draft and say, okay, I'm going to give you my third rounder. That's early third round.
Because that's the thing. If he's still here after the draft, I think it's going to be harder to trade him because the Bengals, I mean, you're going to have to trade for a player then if it's after the draft. Yeah, I think the Bengals will be looking for something to help them now this year.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they'd want a future draft pick.
No, they won't want this year.
So, but that's what I'm saying. Maybe it'd be after the first round where they could still get one of them day 2 picks. Yeah, 49ers have 3 third rounders, but they have Trent Williams at left tackle.
They have a pretty damn good left tackle.
That ain't going to work, bro.
Because it'd be the same thing. Then it's like, well, Trent, you going to play right? Or Jonah, you going to play right?
Nope.
No,
Trent, you're going to play right.
Yeah.
I mean, Trent Williams, maybe he could because he makes a bunch of damn money. Be like, I don't care what side I play. But
right, exactly. I'll play both sides. But I mean, I wish Jonah Williams would look at what Orlando Brown did. Orlando Brown wasn't right. He played.
Yeah, but he switched to a more money-making position.
Yeah, so that's cool.
But the thing is, you could switch. That's the thing. And just look what Juwan Taylor. He was a right. He got paid to switch to left. It can happen. I mean,
once again, it's the opposite way.
It's the opposite way, bro. Dude, you're going.
But still, that's what I'm saying. Go play right. Yeah, they already know you can play left. Go play right. Show them that you're healthy, and then go play left again.
But he really needs, like, for what he's probably thinking he could make in his head, he's wanting to have a better season than he had this year. That would be his last. But that would be his last tape at left tackle would be from this year. Even though yes, he was injured a lot, but if that's the last thing teams have to look at. Of you at left tackle, and that was after this past season. If he would play right tackle, in his head, he's probably thinking that's so risky for my long-term contract. I'm wanting to secure my family for. I'm trying to say his thinking.
I know. I think he's thinking wrong because if you put tape out and you say, "All right, I can play. I've proven I can play a whole season healthy." You already know I can play left tackle. I was healthy at right tackle. I had an All-Pro season or whatever. If he does, hopefully he does. And then, hey, yeah, I want to sign. I'm a free agent. I want to go left. You don't sign with anybody until they give you go left tackle. I mean, I don't know.
And our buddy Parker Blake, like he's talked about Cam Fleming quite a bit. And then Illuminor, we've talked about him.
Right.
But he's supposedly signed back with the Raiders. It hasn't officially came out, but that's been reported. He even said, me and Colton Miller is going to make a great tandem next year. He said that on Twitter yesterday. I doubt he'd be saying that unless he knew he was going back to the Raiders.
So. He would think so.
Yeah, no. Cam Fleming, that'd be a good Band-Aid, before whatchamacallit. When is Collins officially supposed to come back? Like, what is like a day?
There's no way to know that. Nobody knows that. ACL tear late in the season. Like, he doesn't know that.
Thing is, if L wouldn't just fucking not gotten hurt.
This wouldn't be an issue.
Well, if he hadn't gotten hurt, we might not have Orlando Brown. So
yeah, so you got to look at it both ways.
Right, we'll look at both ways. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if LC could just come back fast, that would be nice. But he's older. He's a big guy. I mean, look, Trey Hopkins came back, in less time than what, because his was, I don't remember. I feel like he got hurt a little bit before Christmas when he tore his ACL. And he was back by the time training camp and everything. But Trey Hopkins is a bad example. We moved on and got Teddy K after that. So
we've still seen nothing about the Nick Scott, right? The safety from the Rams.
Yeah.
It was like last night, it was like, oh, he's signing with the Bengals. And then it was like, oh, nothing's official. And then it was a lady who I think reports for like the Rams or for that division at least. And she's saying, oh, well, there's nothing official. And the Rams still want him back. And like the Bengals are working toward a deal, but then it never happened. And that's when the Taylor Rapp visit started coming out. He's also from the Rams.
I looked at people DM me last night. We signed Scott. I'm like, no, we didn't.
Yeah,
like,
so nothing official, right? And
right.
It's kind of there.
Yeah.
Comes on me back to game 8-ish. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. He's a big guy, and he's had a lot of injuries.
Mm-hmm.
So, back injuries. And now this is ACL. It's like he's had injuries nonstop in Dallas. That's why I'm just like, and all of a sudden we're going to count on him to come in. And like he struggled last year.
He did.
Like that was probably one of his worst years of his career.
Jackson Carman, your time to shine, baby.
But another year after another injury, like I don't know. Do you just
Jackson Carman is your starting right tackle? Saying it now.
Way to motivate us, Jeff.
It could come to that if you trade Jonah and you don't. If you don't get one of those guys in the first round of the draft, I don't see a guy after Darnell Wright or DeJuan Jones that I would even really. You never know. You never say never because I didn't see Volson fourth round guy being.
Well, I always, I'm not saying about. I like the kid out of BYU. Like, he's just a freak, but I don't know if I'd even
the Freeland and
Freeland. That's his name. He's like 6'7".
I'm not that high on him, but
yeah, I am good. I just saw him at the combine. He's a freak.
But yeah, I like Rapp too. That's what I like. Rapp a lot better than Scott the whole time. So
yeah, because I'm
with you on that. I'm
ready for Dale to make his rapping debut. That's what I want to see.
I'm Rap Dale. I'm ready.
Rap Dale.
Exactly. So.
And Greg will be taking his shirt off, and then we'll lose all the viewers. But whatever, it'll be my personal enjoyment. I like seeing Greg take his shirt off and go wild. It's entertaining to me. It's probably not the way to run the show based on just what you want to do instead of what everyone else wants to see.
Hey, have you ever seen
a show called Bengals and Brews? So
have you seen Belly Up to the Bar? That's all we do. We try to make each other laugh.
Yep. But no. So Strawberry, I got to ask you, man. I never found out. Where were you when you found out Orlando Brown got signed? I thought I was telling these. I thought it was a fake account.
Sitting right over there watching the Bearcat game.
I thought it was a fake account. I mean, didn't you?
No, it was Pelissora. I mean, I never. Dale asked me this yesterday. I was like, it's Pelissora, and I said, "Get the blue check mark." He goes, "We got a blue check mark." I'm like, "It's the same damn account he's had for years." I'm like, "I say what I've been watching." So I mean, I knew it was his. I just. I don't know. I take
you turned off the Bearcats game after that.
No, it was still on. I remember that. I know they won. I didn't pay attention that much after. Then I turned it off and I went live and yeah, it was fun. But I was freaking the F out, dude. I'm like,
oh, dude, I was too.
Like I started the show. We got Orlando Brown. Like,
now, yes. Greg, I'll kind of ask the reverse of that. How disappointed were you this morning when Mike Gesicki signed with the Patriots for a 1-year, $9 million deal?
So my brother-in-law is a Colts fan. I think he really likes to stick it to me and all that. He just texted me, bummer. And I was suspicious because it showed. I was looking up Mike Gesicki last couple of days, and it showed that he was following the Patriots on Twitter, or on Instagram or Twitter, I forget. Then he was following Mac Jones, and that's where I was getting. I'm like, oh shit. And but then one source said, hey, just see what happens and all that. And when I saw that, to be quite honest with you, I didn't think it was going to happen, but I was like, I seriously think we could have done that for $9 million for 1 year. To me, that would have been worth it. I know a lot of other fans said no, but dude, if that would have happened, man, I would have just called off work for the rest of the day because I would have been. I would just would have been so excited.
Well, my concern with it was he's more of a pass catcher. How much is he really going to get? How happy is he going to be playing in this offense on this team with the Migos and then also whoever our running back? It could still be Mixon, honestly, at this point. Like we said yesterday, he had his best career reception-wise. Mm-hmm. I think he had like 50 catches, 500 and some yards.
That's really crazy. People were running down Mixon like he had a bad year. Like.
But I mean, that makes Gesicki at best the fourth or fifth option.
Because Gesicki's thinking to himself, okay, I got 3 top receivers here. We're New England. it's like Juju Smith. I don't know who else. He's probably thinking to himself, I got a better chance of getting my stats up in New England. But I mean, if you think for 1 second, Mac
Jones. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He's thinking he wants to go there and he's gonna be the next Gronkowski. But Brady's gone. And you have Mac Jones as your quarterback, not jackpot Joey. It's a little different. Slightly. Maybe like by that much.
Right.
I'm just it's frustrating because I feel like, man, all the deals used to be announced by like this time. Now I feel like nothing happens till like 9 and 10 o'clock at night this week.
But dude, could you guys sleep?
Or early in the morning, or it's like, like Gasicki was like 7:30 or 8 this morning.
Right.
No, Strawberry, did you have to work that night a couple hours later after? Or?
Oh yeah. I went to work for with 3 hours sleep.
But I bet you were like in the best mood ever at work.
Oh dude, I woke up, my alarm went off, I'm going, holy crap, we got Orlando Brown. I went back and yes, we did. It wasn't a dream. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I came home and crashed.
Yeah,
I crashed.
I remember when I came to my one coworker. He claims all I do is want to talk Bengals all day.
No,
you, Greg.
I'm like, what? So when I came into work, I was all fired up and all that. He had his headphones on. For me and another coworker were talking, who's a diehard Bengals fan. And then and after like 20 minutes, he's like, "Are you done? Are you done talking Bengals?" I'm like, "No."
Never.
He didn't want to hear it.
Have you told him about your podcast? Have you told him about that yet?
They know about the podcast. Yeah.
Okay.
But I agree with this too. Joe wasn't horrible, and I agree. And we've said that the whole time too. We're right with you.
It's not.
I just don't. But
I saved that $7 million, and I go and find me a guy for $2 million, and I draft one.
Right. No,
right.
I mean, completely agree.
It makes a lot of sense to get rid of him. We're not on that. But I'm just the longer it goes, the more I'm just like, well, maybe he will be back. That's not what I would do. But
they might restructure him. I mean, that's the thing too. I mean,
yeah.
I mean that's still. And the thing is, if they wait, somebody's saying this on a podcast I was listening to. If they wait longer, where his teams he go to dries up, basically go, all right, we can cut you, and you go try to find something, or you can, take a pay cut and do this. And that's. I mean, it's cutthroat, but that's what they could do.
Yeah. Now, here's one we mentioned before the show. We've seen that too. Ethan Carter.
Yep.
The name sounds familiar. He was here for a good 3 or 4 years.
Yep.
He was basically a special teams captain. It almost feels like P. Ryan kind of come in and took over like the overall special teams captain after him.
No. For special teams, why not? I mean, I remember Dolphins kept poaching. 1 year was Clayton Fedgeland.
Yeah.
Poached
Carter
from us. They kept looking at, okay, which Bengals special team we're getting this time. And
they're doing what the Carolina Panthers are doing now. If they're former Bengals, they're going to go to the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, pretty much.
I will say this about the Panthers. If you look at those moves overall, I think that they've had, and I know no one wins it by winning free agency. Good. But you can help yourself because we've seen the Bengals do that the last few years. You can help yourself in free agency, especially for a young quarterback, which is what they traded up to get with pick number 1.
They're trying to do what the Bengals did. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's the same. They go get a young quarterback, go get these tier 2 free agents and
veteran leaders like Von Bell, Hayden Hurst. You got both guys on offense and a team that just made a deep run. And Von Bell was in the Super Bowl just 2 years ago. So Von Bell is the definition of a leader. So that alone, great move. And then they brought in a guy who else was just in the Super Bowl. Miles Sanders. I always want to say LaShawn McCoy because it's the Eagles thing.
Right.
And I caught myself that time right before I said LaShawn.
Miles Sanders.
I was like, wait, that's not it's Miles Sanders. So,
But no, I don't think Carolina's there. I think they're on the right path. They're doing, I mean, they're literally trying to do what we did.
And then Andy Dalton.
Yeah. Only problem is, we said Bryce Young's going to come and get hurt because Andy Dalton always becomes a starter where he's at since he left the Bengals.
Which, I mean, there's still a lot of people saying Stroud, but I don't know.
Dude, I would go Stroud. I mean, maybe I'm a homer. I like Ohio State, but I just don't like the size. The size. A guy like Orlando Brown, which I know he's offensive line, but a guy that size comes around, TJ Watt, Myles Garrett comes around and crushes you.
I still think if they want to get crazy, they just go Anthony Richardson.
Yep.
It's like go Cam,
go big or go home, man.
2.0.
Yeah, and it's Carolina. Yeah. But Cam, and then it was Josh Allen.
Right.
Josh Allen was most compared to Cam, and you take Josh Allen, wouldn't you, to start a franchise? based on who's in this draft.
Yeah, but also you could what was the guy, the LSU quarterback, Russell, who went to the Raiders? He was a big guy.
Jamarcus Russell.
Jamarcus Russell, yeah. He's a big guy too. Doesn't always work.
That's so no. Richardson. Did you see how Richardson tested? And
size
you're
wise.
Compare him to Jamarcus Russell?
Come on,
size wise? Hell yeah!
Child, please, Strawberry.
6'4", like 240 freak athlete. And
Strawberry.
Jamarcus Russell was like
Jamarcus
was like 300 pounds and he couldn't move.
Right.
Right. They're both huge. Hello, this thing on.
Yeah, they're not even close to this. Oh my god,
they are exactly close to the same size. Like, speed, no. Size, yes.
But
they are.
He's running the whole show, Greg.
But Dale, when I saw that thing with PFF, I'm like, man, I gotta retweet this to Dale. How awesome was it to see potential Bengals offense with DeJuan Jones? I'll lie, dude. That's going to be one. Well, I don't know about if we'll have the top offensive line. We'll definitely have the biggest offensive line if we get DeJuan Jones.
I keep saying it, and I'm going to say it. Hope it don't. I'm going to try and do the reverse jinx to where it's like I keep saying Steelers at like pick 18. It's going to take DeJuan Jones and just piss us all off.
I agree with you. I think
if we really want him.
We've said that like every show we've done for like the last 2 weeks at 3. We've literally done like a show for the 3:30, like for 2 weeks.
If that doesn't happen, be prepared for this. The Kansas City Chiefs trade directly in front of us with the Bills, and they take the right tackle because they're playing Juwan Taylor. They lost both their tackles. And if they're playing Juwan at left, they're like, oh, I'll come up and get DeJuan Jones or Darnell Wright.
Hey, guys, breaking news here. Well, not really breaking news.
Oh, geez.
Who's that Titan safety? His name is Kevin Byard.
Yeah.
He just requested to get released by the Titans, only 29 years old, 2-time Pro Bowler. So these safeties are hitting the market left and right.
He seems so old, too.
I say you said 29. I don't think the Bengals would be interested. They want 25 to 27.
No, you're right.
The market's saturated with 25 and 27.
Right.
Yeah, so, I said, now let me ask you guys this. Love from the Giants, Dale, you talked about him. That's the guy I actually wanted too.
Signed today
with the Seahawks. Now, let me ask you, if Rapp signs, I'm not going to panic still. There's still quite a few safeties out there, but don't get me wrong. Rapp, I'm totally sold on. If we get Rapp, no offense, I still wanted Von Bell back, but Pro Football Focus had him graded better than Bell. So,
yeah. So Love, like the safety, the market too, the price they're paying is not anything crazy.
No.
So Love went Seahawks, correct?
Yeah.
Is that the team?
Mm-hmm.
I remember the contract was 2 years, $12 million. So $6 million per. That's not crazy. That's, you're saving some money compared to what Bell got, and you're not committing that third year if you got to get a guy like that for 2 years.
Right.
And then also Poyer's contract numbers came out. He agreed like a couple days ago, but his contract numbers, he got 2 years, $10 million. So only $5 million per for Poyer, who's kind of been a Pro Bowl kind of guy. Now he's 32 years old, but still, he was expecting to get one more good payday, and it just didn't happen. And he ended up settling for 2 years, $10 million. So I don't know what Rapp's going to get, and he's coming off that visit with the Patriots and supposedly visiting with us. But he is 25 years old. I would be so comfortable giving him the 2 years, $12 million that Love got.
Absolutely. I would do that in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even think twice about that.
Especially when you trade Jonah Williams, you get his contract off the books.
Right. So you know what? Like I say, that's another thing. If you got Fleming, you're going to pay him like what, a couple million. The more you think about it now, man, it makes a lot of sense to trade him.
Yeah. John Johnson's me and Jeff went through the safeties at the end of the show, and there was still so many, which now some are starting to come off. Johnson. But John Johnson, we just don't know, right? Because he went to Cleveland and just
he got the brown all over him and sucked.
Yeah. So you just don't know when it comes to John Johnson because he hasn't done anything. But before he was with the Rams, he was really good and he got a big contract based off of that.
We're the most comfortable with Rapp. Out of everybody out there, Rapp is the one. Yes. Yeah. They take like CJ, we like to have.
Yeah. Oh yes, but Gardner Johnson's fine.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
probably a pipe dream.
I gotta say something back with Orlando Brown. I know since he announced his jersey number 75, but fans are already ordering his jersey. But here's the thing: is it going to be Brown or Brown Jr. on the back? What if all these fans started ordering Brown and it's really Brown Jr. on the back?
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, well,
it says 75 and it's Brown, and it's a Bengals jersey. You know who it is.
Exactly.
That's like me when I ordered my Juice Gang jersey and I didn't put a space in between it. And then Joe and Derek ordered theirs and said Juice Gang with the space. And I was like, you bastards. And I was like, no, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, who cares?
To be honest, I didn't even pay attention to yours. Didn't have a space. That's
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no,
because me and Jerome was the two that didn't have spaces. Everybody else, Matt, everybody else that had ordered those, theirs all had spaces. Me and Jerome are unique. That's why we're homies.
Yep.
Jerome.
So Gardner Johnson's still out there. Mike Edwards, Taylor Rapp potentially on a visit. Ronnie Harrison, also the guy who's in Cleveland, 25 years old. Terrell Edmonds from the Steelers, 26 years old. Adrian Amos, 29. So once again, if we're taking that same logic of Bayard, Amos maybe is on that little bit too old side that you'd rather get one of the younger guys. But that's just a name some people have said. So, and then John Johnson has mentioned. And then Nick Scott, who is 27. He is 27, so he's, right in that range. And they had him in for a visit, and it was reported close to a deal, and then we haven't heard anything else about it.
Hey, no news is good news, right?
Or sometimes
maybe.
Yeah.
There's no news. There's no news.
Hey, all I can tell you guys is Jeff Ruby right now better be. I could totally see Orlando Brown being at Jeff Ruby's tonight and all that and stuff. And because he didn't send Riley Reeve, who signed a 1-year deal a couple years ago, like a box of cigars. Can you imagine what he's going to give Orlando Brown?
Hand job.
Yeah. Okay.
A box of steak.
I'm just kidding.
A box of steak.
Well, no. So Joe Burrow last week.
I would love a free dinner at the precinct.
He's going to have the Orlando steak there.
Well, no. Orlando hamburgers now. Since Joe Burrow he had a hamburger with Joe Burrow.
Yeah, there you go.
They were talking cheeseburgers.
Dude, hey.
Orlando Brown cheeseburgers.
Hey, Orlando, dude. Tell your buddies at Chandler's, man. Start thinking of a Orlando Brown burger.
I will let them know. I know the owner personally.
Oh gosh. Kieran, I didn't see this one. Kieran, I seen that Leonard Fournette.
I know. I was going to say that.
Said another Tiger, please. No, Kieran. We don't want Leonard Fournette. We don't need Leonard Fournette.
No, I'm sorry, Kieran. But Kieran. He was very positive about Foster Monroe, but I still think he'd be a good fit for us.
We're excited for the opportunity. I'm super blessed to be here, to be here with my family, and I can't wait to get to work with the fellas. My message to Who Dey Nation is I'm here to win Super Bowls, and I'm super excited for the opportunity. I'm super blessed to be here, to be here with my family, and I can't wait to get to work with the fellas.
Let's fucking go! I'm ready.
Hey, remember when Joe come on here the other day after we did that whole mock draft and this, that, and the other, and he put up that Brian Kelly clip where they're dancing? Yeah, copyright. That's telling it.
Well, I could have told you that when he did.
Yeah, but I should have known. Like there was something in my head going, okay, this is going on a little too long. And
it's copyright. Yeah.
Yeah, because then it takes like 2 hours for it. We'll change it.
Well, no. Speaking of hours, Dale. So you do 3 shows that Tuesday. No, we did not, Kenny. We did not sign him.
Well, nothing official. It was reported that they were closing in on a deal, and then that was the last.
We'll see. Hey, to be determined, but maybe he's waiting for his old teammates so they can sign together. Who knows and all that. But Dale, I remember you did 3 shows that day. The one at 3:30 with me and Jeff. Then you did the Dale with 5:30. Then you did Bengals and Brews with Santori, Bourbon, and James. It's like nothing happened. It's like, well, we'll see what happens. And all of a sudden, man, late at night, I'm sure you were.
Then we signed Orlando Brown as I was about to fall asleep at like 10:30 at night. Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
then I woke your ass up.
My energies were boosted, right?
For a good 20 minutes, and then I was like, "Fuck yes, I'll go back to bed."
Gotcha.
But it's basically doing the same thing, but it is Friday, so maybe I need to tell Marissa to pick up some Jägermeisters, so I have that extra energy boost.
Are you going to drink any green beer today? By the way, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy
St. Patrick's Day. I didn't wear green. No one pinched me. Thank goodness.
It's on the beer.
Yeah.
Don't take your shirt off, Jeff.
Trust me, nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, that's Greg's move. Don't be trying to steal. It's copyrighted.
It's copyrighted, yeah.
It's fine. He can have it. Nobody wants to. My wife doesn't even want to see me with my shirt off. So.
Well, David, originally that's what I was saying is I would try to dig my heels in for a second. That'd be my starting point, but I don't think it's realistic, especially. But I mean a third. give me a top half of the third pick for him, and let's just roll with it and use it for something else in the draft. Okay, so Cook saying Johnson is a strong safety. That's why he didn't do well. They try to play him free safety, which a lot of people say, like, I don't claim to be like expert with some of this stuff. So it's like, but a lot of people say in our scheme, it doesn't matter, right? The safeties are more interchangeable than not.
There you go.
Well, you guys have a better screen, so I sent it to
you guys didn't. Neither of them, both of them on their phones didn't listen to a damn word I said. And I ask them a question, and they just go, "There you go."
I gotta do. Yeah. I gotta do business stuff real quick. Hang on. Sorry.
Okay.
It's very rude. Greg, does it matter? Our safeties, are they interchangeable? Am I talking to myself?
No, I'm sorry. No, I don't think it depends on what the safety can do and all that. That's a good question. I mean, like that guy next guy who came in for a visit, I think he's just a typical strong safety because, like, he's a great hitter, but he cannot do coverage. If you're that good, if you're like a Derwin James, you can play anywhere, or like if you're like Ed Reed, Derwin James, Troy Polamalu, doesn't matter where you put them, they'll excel at. But it depends on the type of person. But Johnson, when he was with the Rams, he was a damn good safety. They said that was one of the best signings Cleveland made in that free agent class. Anybody that goes to Cleveland just seems like they fail there, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean that's
because when he was with the Rams, he was a damn good safety, and it's like. When like I say, man, anybody look at because they misused him. Look at Larry Ogunjobi when he was with Cleveland. They said he was totally Bengals said he was totally misused, and we were right about that. He was totally misused. We used him more as a pass rusher, and it worked out great.
Yeah. Shit. Oh, I scroll on Twitter, and all I've seen is Michael Thomas's birthday, the safety we re-signed. So happy birthday to Michael Thomas.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Really hoping for some news, but we never get news.
Not during the show.
Well, yesterday we did, right? It was Cody Ford because you hopped on.
I did. You're welcome, Dale.
Which was kind of like, okay, good guard depth, and now they're saying he's playing right tackle, which I know when he came from Oklahoma, and that's when I liked him. He was a right tackle.
Yeah, the thing about it is, man, he is 6'3", though. I mean, we're looking for these bigger guys. I mean, 6'3". Do you know what he tackles?
$2 a day from Foxy, and I'm going to freaking eventually make my $100 because
but do you know what? Like Cody Ford, though, man. Yeah, like I said, I know the Bengals were very high at him coming out of the draft, but I mean, he's just not done well for the Bills. Now I know he said he was out of place. I trust Frank Pollock. When I found out though he could be our starting right tackle for opening day, I mean, nothing against Cody Ford. I have nothing against adding depth, but oh my Lord, though, man.
Yeah, he's just he played at right tackle. Then he's played both guard spots. And just everywhere he's played, like his PFF grades have been very subpar.
Oh yeah.
You would hope you bring him in and he's better. Like maybe somebody will truly break those down, and maybe he was better at some point at right tackle, or maybe you just hope you get back the Oklahoma days.
Yeah.
Maybe he just sees Orlando Brown and just goes back to playing as good as he did at Oklahoma.
Yeah. But Dale, we're in a win. We're in a win now mode. That's what we're in right now. That's what we're in. I want to get a guy that I know that's proven. I don't want to do this. Well, let's just see how it works. Now, I know you can't do that for every position. Like Bolson, you got to take a chance on Bolson. Some of these guys you got to take a chance on. I'm okay with that. But the thing of it is, the offensive line has to be solidified. But the Bengals, they weren't aware Jonah was going to ask for a trade. That was my understanding.
Did you see you have a $2 super chat? Did Jerry put this up there?
I did. That's what I said. Good. I said I get a couple dollars a day from Foxy. I have $100 for it. No.
So Strawberry, we're talking about Cody Ford. Would you honestly would you be scared to death if Cody Ford was your
wife? Foxy's trying to bribe his way onto the show. I'll put a link in the chat for you.
Is he on top of a roof again?
No, he took off work early. Oh. Just hop on, and then I don't put a link in the chat.
Well, you should. Am I scared to death? I would not say I'm scared to death because I have no idea what Cody Ford can do. Cody Ford said he's a better tackle than he is a guard.
But he hasn't done that in the NFL when he's played tackle.
Right. But we just saw Jackson Carman, who's never played tackle in his life in the NFL, play better tackle than guard. So I have no idea. You have to wait and see. I mean, would I be, if we trade Jonah Williams, am I okay with him being our starting right tackle? Hell no.
No, but the thing is, we don't have to worry about that. And we don't, here's the thing. Let's say we trade Jonah and then we go through the draft and we didn't land any of the guys that we liked at right tackle, that's when I would start to say, okay, now we're down to Carmen, Denigi, and Ford competing for the right tackle job. That's when I'll get worried. But it would be after
LC comes back quick.
It would be after the draft, and even then, you would say, okay, is there anybody left on the market? And sometimes people go through the draft, and there'll be almost a little tiny second wave of cuts,
right,
for some veterans that have decent sized contracts because somebody got their guy at right tackle or something. Right. So that's always an option too.
Foxy,
what's up, Foxy?
Just to be clear, before Jeff yells about me being in the car, I'm not driving. My keys are on the dash.
All right, thank God.
I'm sitting.
You shopping again? You shopping again?
No, I just left the shop. I just left from work.
I thought you weren't working. Dale said you called off just to come on your show, on his show.
He said he got off work early.
Oh, okay.
He's still not home yet.
No, I ain't made it home yet.
He's not driving. That's good.
By the time I make it home, you guys will be done. And
have you seen this show before? We went for an hour and a half yesterday.
Well, and it's not like when this show's over, then I'll probably be on Iceman's show at 5:30, and then I have another show at 8:00. Yeah. So
I mean, is that you're gonna get your fulfillment of Dale today?
Well, I mean, I'll be watching all the shows, but Jeff never lets anybody join his show but you.
I did. You could have joined the other night of Orlando Brown. I had a live link then.
Well,
it was 10 o'clock at night. Where were you at, Foxy?
Yours come up after I seen Rally Around the Natty, so I was already on Rally when I seen yours.
I got you. You got look at your screen. You got a $5 super chat there, Dale.
What?
Yep.
But only Foxy gives super chats.
Wasn't me. David.
Nope. Positive Universe Project.
Vox Lombardi evaluating Cody Ford as the right tackle. Yeah. I'll definitely check it out.
I know
I had him high coming out. And did you guys also?
I haven't had a chance to look at it.
Okay. Did you guys also see that which I kind of remember that from the draft. That's the year we drafted Jonah at left tackle. That we thought about trading up for Cody Ford in the second round, or we were going to take him if he got there in the second round. I also think we were going to take David Reisner, who's still a free agent too, just FYI. But he's played left guard.
So, I mean, the only thing is Cody Ford said, coming here to be the right tackle. That's his mindset. So, I mean, that's where I'm thinking the Bengals knew something that Jonah was not going to like it. And maybe their backup plan is Ford a right tackle, which I don't, maybe. And you
can tell a guy too. You can tell Ford, hey, we're going to give you a shot to play right tackle. Yeah. But guess what? If you don't do it,
then you're backup.
Well, you might be a backup guard too. You're going to, and if somebody's injured and a guy can go in and play it, they're not going to say, no, I'd rather stay on the bench and only go in if the right tackle gets hurt.
Which you've watched the Bengals offensive line the last 2 years. Somebody gets injured, usually the right tackle.
And guys, it goes back to what we're saying. Jonah Williams, I'm not just going to trade him just because he wants to get traded. I will tell him, if I don't get what I'm asking for, you're going to be our right tackle this season.
Oh, Greg, they're not trading him just to trade him. There's no chance in hell they're going to do that. They won't. They're not just going to get rid of him.
Right.
What's the least value you would take for Jonah?
Least?
Yeah.
Yes, Foxy, not you, Greg.
A fourth.
You take I think that's what you said earlier, wasn't it, Greg? You said, at worst, you take a fourth. Where I'm like, if I don't get a third, I want a second. I'm asking for a second, but I'll settle.
Be hard to give
maybe for a third, but
you gotta give me a fourth. You gotta give me a fourth and something else. Fourth and a
player,
a player, or fourth and a fifth.
Well, I'm calling the Bears right now. As soon as we get done with the show, I'm calling the Bears, telling them, hey, you need a left tackle. We got one second round.
Now let me ask you this: say if the Jets said we'll give you Becton and a 5th round pick.
No, just Becton. Becton's 23 years old.
I take it.
I'll take it. I take that.
He's been injured, but you know what I'm saying. So is Jonah. And
right.
Well, I mean, if they're going to offer me the 5th round pick too, I'm going to take the 5th round pick with it.
Well, yeah. I'm not saying no.
Right.
Dale's like, I don't want your 5th round pick.
Counter offer. Fuck your 5th round pick. I don't need it.
F picks.
You had me Becton.
But Becton, like someone tweeted, we're going for these bigger guys. And Cody Ford is only 6'3". I don't think I've ever seen a tackle that's 6'3". Becton's the youngest guy, 6'8".
Well, I wouldn't say plenty. There's some. Isaiah Wynn, that's a free agent.
Isaiah Wynn.
Wait,
all right,
keep 6'3". I'm 6'3". That's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, thank you for proving my point. But Dale, name me 5 player tackles that are
off
under
the top
6.
of my head. No, typically because if you also don't have the arm length thresholds and stuff that they look for, and you end up being a guard if you're. 6'3".
Yeah, that's true.
So you're saying I would have been a guard? Damn it! I
so
missed my
what
call.
worries me about Ford is I've been listening to Zim and them thing on Twitter, and they got to talking about today that Ford lost his job as the tackle to Bobby Hart.
Oh God,
in Buffalo.
That's enough said.
I mean, does anything else need to be said about Ford? Moving on. We hope we draft somebody, or
Greg left.
I was right. No. Hey, Foxy, man. I mean,
well, hey, I'll put it this way: Orlando Brown gave glowing reviews in his press conference because
that was awesome. Orlando
college teammate. So
because anytime someone asks you about a guy, you're going to be like, he's ass. He is terrible. We're going to be put in the locker room together every day.
Me all the time. What the hell?
No, guys. How about Chiefs fans saying, "Oh, Orlando Brown's garbage"? I never liked.
Oh my God, dude! I've had so many. Oh my God!
I mean, seriously, Chiefs fans. Can we guys agree? Chiefs fans are worse than Browns and Steelers fans.
No, I just laugh at them. These Chiefs fans are cracking me up.
Well, no. Like
they're coming after me because I did that video about drive past the stadium and cheering every guy Orlando Brown. Oh my God, he's not that good. I'm like, you're just pissed off that you lost him.
Yes, shut up.
I didn't tag Chiefs. I didn't do anything, but I got like 20 Chiefs fans. 3 of them like quote tweeted me. I'm like, man, I must be living in Chiefs fans' head.
What is the robot noises? Is anybody else hearing some robot noises?
It's Foxy. He's frozen. Yep, it's Foxy.
Yeah.
He's getting a bad connection for some reason.
One other thing I had to say was about Jonah is he just had that knee surgery. We got to wait for him to be healthy enough to pass the physical when we do trade him.
Well, it wasn't major knee surgery. It was just to make sure his kneecaps don't dislocate again.
I think we looked it up earlier, and it was 6 to 8 week recovery.
All right, Foxy, that's going to drive me crazy. That damn sound. Head home. We got more shows to do. Maybe we'll let you
hey guys, one thing I want to. What was the deal? I think Sarah Lee's pointed this out on Twitter. What was the deal with the foxtail that Orlando Brown had coming off the plane?
I didn't pay any attention to that.
Yeah, he had like a little foxtail. Look up Sarah Lee. Bengals and Burn was even talking about it. Here, hold on.
Maybe he's a furry. I don't care what people do in their
No, I know. I just didn't know. I don't give a crap. I could care less.
Here's one just on Twitter. This is a hypothetical, like we like to toss out. Chaston Scott, I want to give credit at Sin City 808. Bears recently signed Robert Tonyan to play tight end or as one of their tight ends. How would you feel about a trade of Jonah Williams to the Bears for Cole Kmet straight up? Cole Kmet was like what, a second-round pick just 2 or 3 years ago.
So tell me who Cole Kmet is. I don't know.
Cole Kmet.
Kmet.
Was he another Notre Dame? I think he was a Notre Dame tight end, which they seem to turn out pretty solid tight ends. He's been solid for the Bears, but the Bears haven't had a great passing game overall in general.
Right.
The whole time he's been there.
I don't know.
Oh no, it's a fox.
I would that would be trading for tight end who
like Jerome said that's just his thing. The foxtail is his thing.
Okay.
Just let him have his thing, Greg. Just let him do his thing.
I don't care what he's damn it. I didn't know what the hell I didn't pay attention. People pay attention to the weirdest stuff. I don't give a crap.
I didn't even see it.
Why are you worried about his foxtail? Like just
I was just asking if you guys Bengals and Bourbon even commented on Twitter. I'm like, oh, I didn't know what the whole concept of it was.
Concept.
Yes.
Yeah, let's just do this one. I like this, Greg.
I'll take that. Yeah.
And then Team Fitz can shut up now.
Yeah, I will do that all day long.
Guys, let's do that. Let's make this. Let's just settle this. Let's call lines, trade for Penei Sewell. That way all the Sewell fans can shut up now.
I mean, signing Orlando Brown still for $16 million.
Dude.
I'm thinking like Jonah, you could free up the 13, and if you use it right, or if you use it like, because this is what KP here is saying, free up cap space for signing. If it helps to help sign T with some of the space too, but you added Orlando effing Brown at left tackle during the, and we can still make some money. Like I said, Foster Moreau shouldn't cost you tons of money. A Taylor Rapp shouldn't cost you tons and tons of money.
So if you get a Foster Moreau or somebody like that, that's kind of like getting Hayden Hurst again, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
In my opinion.
Yeah, and that's where I think, honestly, that's where I think as far as the tight end market goes, I think that's what the Bengals are looking to do is
but
get
off the top of my head, I think Moreau is 26 or 27, so he's a little younger. You know,
that's 30. They're still going to draft a tight end. They have to.
Oh, my bad. Foster Moreau is 25.
Yeah,
sign him.
Yeah, sign him. He's a young guy. He backed up Waller. I mean, why not, man? I mean,
he's coming off his best season with almost 500 yards receiving.
Because he basically
25 years old.
He was basically the starter because Waller was hurt. So I mean,
Waller was hurt a lot of the year.
Yeah,
as a freaking backup for a Raiders team that was going like to a haywire season, hell yes,
doesn't Jeff.
No.
You keep calling him a backup, but he played most of the season last year.
Almost the whole damn season.
Waller was not so much. But still.
I've said that like 3 times.
I know. And Greg talks over it.
All right, Jeff. I'm
He's
sorry.
scored in almost every fucking game.
Oh, so funny.
You're right.
We haven't heard anything. Pork Chop sleeps at like the best time because jack shit happens.
Yeah, Pork Chop, go back to sleep or go to work. That's
we want him awake.
We want him awake.
No. When he's at work, something happens. He usually. So that's because he said he was at work when what's his name signed Orlando Brown. Yeah, invite him on.
Well, I was going to say I'll toss a link in the chat, but at the same point in time, I get ready to step away. So
I was about to. My dog was barking. We just leave Greg on here to talk by himself.
My dog's barking first, so I'll send the link out.
But
your dog can hold it long.
But we can't let anybody join. We don't. Oh God. So
what do we do here, Strawberry? What do we do, buddy?
Well, if anybody wants to join, I don't have any control, so I can't let anybody join.
Sorry, everybody in the group chat. We can't do this right now. Sorry about that. But Strawberry. Okay, so that shows you how much I know about Foster Moreau. He was a starter.
Basically, he was because Taylor Moreau was hurt.
Yeah, but the thing that caught my attention, LSU with Joe Burrow. If Joe Burrow says sign him, I shut the hell up and sign him.
I'd sign him because I think you could sign him for about what you signed Hayden Hurst, and that's really what I think the Bengals are looking to do. Because I think they're going to draft tight end. There's 2 things.
So we're going to draft a tight end. Yes,
we're going to draft tight end. That's one thing I am for sure of. We're going to draft a tight end.
Well, no, if we trade Jonah and get a second rounder, that means because I really want a tight end bad in the first round. But Sam Laporte is a guy I like a lot, but he's climbing up draft boards. He may not even be there in the end of the second round. And if we can get like a mid-second round pick, say if you can get DeJuan Jones and Sam Laporte in the second round and have you another second round pick, sign me up for that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I love everyone says I'm crazy for thinking the third round. I'm between that third round. I'm with Dale. I'm going to try to get a second round. Jonah Williams is a legit, I don't give a crap what anybody says, legit starting left tackle.
No, he is.
National Football League. He is.
No, people overpay for stuff like that. Right. And like we were saying, people were trying to copy off the Bengals. Go to the draft knowing if you had Jonah, you're like, okay, at least I have him for 1 year. And if it doesn't work out and I want to keep him, I can franchise tag him, even if I have to.
I hurried back for you, Jeff.
Thanks, buddy.
Dale.
Our dogs, man. Dogs, you never know. And they're going to start barking. You got to check to see what's going on.
So, Dale, tell the how many animals do you have? You have 5 dogs and 8 cats? Or
I have 3 dogs, and I have 7 cats now. One died yesterday, so thanks for bringing that up.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Wow. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Sorry about that, bud.
No, it's fine. But market value. I don't think it is.
Oh my God, no way. You serious?
And if it was, it's going down. I can look up the PFF and stuff.
Dude, the most I would pay is 3 or 4, but you got to think Foster. I know he's a young guy, 25. I know it's easy for me.
I know, and I did see like 6 or 7, but I don't think I see 9. But that could be Spotrack's numbers. I'm not saying Tom's wrong at all, because
no.
Taylor could have that number.
Yeah, Dale. The lowest I would go, the highest I would go is maybe 5. Huh? That's just me, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's 25, so if you really, really liked him, maybe you would go 6. And if it's a 1-year thing, but I don't know.
But I mean,
it'll be tough too.
You got to look at this, man. Last 2 years, CJ Uzomah got a big contract. Hayden Hurst got a big contract, and he's like, "Hell, this was my college teammate."
Tom, that's Spotrack's number, so it's 9 there. I know it was a little less on PFF, but it was still 7 or so. I feel like.
Wow,
so that's what I was about to look up. So it is a high number, but at the same point in time, I think that look at Dalton Schultz. He hasn't even signed.
So I got a question for you guys. Now, I don't think this is going to happen, but now this is scared the crap out of me. If for some crazy reason the Bengals do not sign a safety, then your number 1 pick is going to be the best safety you can get.
Oh, God.
Which isn't good.
No. It's a weak safety class.
But if you don't sign one, it has to be.
No, but we would. Strawberry, stop it. We will sign one. Shut the hell up.
No, I said it'd be, if you listen to what I said, Greg, I said, I don't think this is going to happen.
Yeah, he's throwing out hypotheticals.
Yeah.
It's okay, Greg. I agree. I think it's very, very unlikely, especially with how many is still on the market.
Yes.
But it's a weak safety class. Look, I'm sorry, Derek. I know you like Sidney Brown, but I'm not for it. I'm just not for it, man.
Beyond Brian Branch, and then maybe my next rated guy. Oh, now you're making me find drafts.
Tom says the Bengals don't value safety, but if they don't have one in the draft or before the draft, they're going to have to sign one.
But Antonio Johnson, I have rated, and then I have Brown as 3rd. And Brown, I wouldn't take till the 2nd. Antonio Johnson, I'd like to get in the 2nd, but once again, into the 2nd type thing, I don't know if he's there.
No.
So Branch, I still think we signed. I think we signed one, but
we signed one. I we're signing one. I'm not saying we're not signing one. We're signing one. I'm just saying hypothetically, if we don't, that's one thing I scared.
All right. Strawberry. The chances of us not signing a safety for the draft, I have a better chance of getting into a car wreck. That's not going to happen.
Whoa! What, Greg?
Why
No,
you gotta be so violent?
And that is
juju, Greg.
I'm not. No, I never have been in a car wreck my entire life. That's why it's not going to happen.
Wait, whoa!
You are putting out so much bad juju right now.
Wait, hold on. You've never been in a car wreck ever?
Never. That's why I know it's never going to happen. I mean, come on.
How have you never been in a car wreck?
Because I drive like a grandpa, according to my brother and all that. But
nobody hits you? I mean,
Well, no. One person
got hit.
No. One person backed into me one time, and nothing happened.
It's still a car wreck, Greg.
It's not a car wreck if nothing happened. Here,
did your car get hit by another car?
Well, the person backed into me, but nothing got.
So the person was driving a car and backed it into your car while you were in there, right?
Well, I was filling up gas. No, I was getting gas and all that. Someone backed into it.
Another car hit your car. It's got a car wrecking into another car.
The person backed into my car. It's not a wreck.
Did it wreck your car?
No.
How did it not wreck your car?
Anyway,
thank you. It's not going to happen. I'll tell you what, I'll tell you what.
You're going to get a car.
I will buy you a 24-pack of Bud Light if we don't sign a safety for the draft. I will buy you a 24-pack of Bud Light.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't think I'm getting Bud Light because we're going to sign one.
I'm just letting you know then.
I've been in at least 4 or 5 wrecks. 6 maybe. I've been in a lot.
Oh shit! I've been with my mom.
I didn't count. About once I wasn't driving.
My mom.
I've probably been a double-digit amount of car wrecks.
Oh, that one.
When I was 16, I rolled my dad's truck.
That one.
After a basketball.
I've been at least 5.
Game.
4 or 5. I've
been. Dang, Strawberry. No. Like I said,
I got T-boned and I was in the hospital for a while.
I'm sorry that happened, bud. But
Yeah. So was I.
I rolled my dad's truck and I wasn't wearing my seatbelt, and my bag it was after a basketball game. My bag went flying out.
Well, no, I did get one. No, I have gotten a ticket before, but that's it.
You've only got one ticket
for driving too slow.
No. I was going 40 on a 25, and I didn't come to a complete stop at a stop sign. The cops like, look, I could be if I wanted.
I had probably 7 tickets before I was 18 years old.
No. The cop was like, I could give you 2 tickets, but I'll give you the lesser ticket of the stop sign. So it's like, and a car was flashing her lights at me. I didn't know what the hell he was doing. I'm like, dude, it's daylight out. I don't even be turning my effing lights on. I'm like, oh. He was trying to warn me the cop was at the stoplight.
That's what that means, buddy.
Greg's like, I'm not putting my lights on. You shut up.
That's exactly what I was going through my mind. And then I was $118 out of my pocket.
Oh, my God.
Well, we've had tons of breaking news since we've been on the show now for a little over an hour.
Greg is getting in a car wreck. We've decided.
No, stop talking about it. I'm telling you, it's such bad juju. Like,
oh, God.
I didn't say him what he said.
Ravens lost another player.
Thank God.
Chris Board, or whatever the hell his name is, to the Patriots. Chris, Board is his name.
He sounds boring.
I know, that's what I said.
I don't know who he is.
Some of these cuts that are coming in are killing me too, like where Fournette got cut and different people. I'm like, man, I already had them as free agents on this batch. Like, we already had them as cuts, apparently. I'm like, I thought they were already free agents, some of these
right.
people.
Yeah, I don't see Fournette getting signed for a while, to be honest. I think he might be middle of the summer.
Kieran would probably sign him, and Kieran would probably form a team and sign him.
Kieran would have a team full of just former LSU players.
Exactly.
And his team would suck.
Yeah, maybe.
Marcus Russell could be his quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have Joe, right? So you wouldn't suck if you had Joe.
Yeah. No, of course.
No. Speaking of Jamarcus Russell, did you guys ever hear that story about Jamarcus Russell? How?
Yeah, Jordan, I know Akins. He was I think he's from the Texans. He was visiting the Browns, so he must have signed there, which I think that was happening. Chiefs signed the guy. Drew Tranquil. He was with the Chargers, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. I remember him. Okay.
He's been hurt a lot, but he's from Notre Dame. I think he's a 5th round pick. That's off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And fast, like a fast guy. He's got good speed for a linebacker, but
that's
I think
not a tail. That's like a man purse. What the hell?
Now you're looking at the thing. I said, who cares if he has a foxtail or a man purse? Or
looks like a man purse.
Let the man live.
I don't care what he has. I mean,
I didn't even recognize this stupid thing.
I hope Orlando Brown is still in town and he's out, and you guys are out at the bars drinking tomorrow night around town too.
Without you? Because you want to drive for 2 hours?
I'm not driving to it. No, I'm not.
Why not? You should.
I'm not doing it.
Your boys are going to be at the ground tomorrow night, hanging out, and some of the girls too, and you're not coming.
Jeff, you should pick me up as soon as you get off work. Drive to Portsmouth, pick me up, and drive all the way back just for us to hang out.
Where's guy spend the night at his house, Dale?
That's a spend the night at his house. I told you can spend the night here. I got a nice comfy chair over there. You can hang out. What else you want? Huh?
Yeah, Tom, we've seen the Julian Love. He got
just ignore it. Moving on.
Yeah, thank you.
And in related news about the Chiefs, fuck the Chiefs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
That's why we signed Orlando Brown. Take that, Chiefs.
I mean, I put a link out there, and Porkchop didn't even join. He must still be looking.
Thanks a lot, Shop.
He said he had to take a shower. He was jumping in the shower. So he's texting you from the shower.
Yeah, he's talking and showering.
Yeah. He's very, very multitasking. He's a very talented man.
I just want us to sign Taylor Rapp.
Yeah,
and then I want to hear we're bringing Foster Moreau in at least for a visit. That's it.
And then you're creating a Rapp.
That's a wrap.
Or let's just sign them both.
If Rapp had a game-winning safety, I mean, what a perfect ending. That's a wrap, guys.
I mean, those headlines write themselves, right?
Duh.
But you know what, Frank?
The Bengals wrap the Super Bowl with the game-ending pick six. R-A-P-P.
R-A-P-P.
Fans are rapping about the end of the game. No.
Yeah.
That was terrible. I take that one back. I fucking go.
That was awful. That was
not good. That's not my best work.
We're all dumber now that we heard it.
Yeah. I think we're just, I thought there'd be another bit of news dropping today.
Well, see, these guys, that's the thing. It comes when we least expect it the most. When we were all probably like, okay, we're done for the day. It caught us off guard, so we all have to stay up till 1 a.m.
So that's why you bring that up. So I was watching a Bearcat game, and I kept checking Twitter and everything. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to put my phone down. I'm going to watch the game. I'm going to not worry about it. Something's going to happen. And less than 5 minutes later, I'll look. Holy! That's when Orlando Brown got signed.
So you're saying I should get off here, put out to Marissa, because it happens within 5 minutes, and then I'll get my phone. I'll check my phone, and we'll have signed somebody.
Yeah.
The whole key is you putting it to Marissa. When that happens, then the Bengals sign something.
Wait. So sorry, Strawberry, I froze there. What happened again? You were checking your phone. I froze for a little bit.
Oh, I put my phone down. I said I wasn't going to check it anymore. I was going to watch the Bearcat basketball game, and that's when we signed Orlando Brown.
And that's when the group texts were just going off like crazy. It was like bam, 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 bam. Okay, this is for real.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, sir.
Yeah, me and James started a show. We're like, where the hell is everybody? Then we found out, God damn it, Strawberry's doing a show too. He's trying to get competition. That's okay.
Hey, nobody jumped on my show. You had all the guests. It was just me and a couple guys that I put a live link in.
No, I know. Like we had Dale came on for a little bit, Bourbon came on for a little bit. That Santori eventually came. It was like me and James for a while, but dude, we were rocking it, man. I mean, that was about the fun show. I mean, that's a fun time we do something like that, man.
You guys are probably I was only on for like 30 minutes.
Right. No, we went on for like over an hour and all that. I think we were on for almost an hour.
I was on for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. I didn't even have my camera on. I had my phone and it's loud in the house, but I was like, man, I don't feel like going all the way back down the garage. I've been down here freezing my ass off that day for 7 or 8 hours.
Are you freezing your ass off now? Is it warmer?
I have the heater on today because
you need to just keep
trying to plan ahead.
So when
Marissa snags it all the time.
Well, tell her to go. Tell her to quit. So I have a question. When you get the new house, where is the man cave thing going to be at? Yeah, have you figured that out yet?
No.
Because you're actually using the garage, right?
That's what I was going to say. It has a 2-car garage, but
you're actually going to use it.
We'll probably be parking in there. So, I mean, I would have to.
That's what
normal people do. Outside of it, but then it's like, then I'd have to have like a fold-up table and just, it'd be too much. That's it. You got to back the car out, put the table up, put the computer up, and go. Yeah. So I'm thinking just, I could be like Pork Chop and I'll just be in the bedroom.
Or you could be like,
I'll have my whole setup in the bedroom.
You can just have a corner.
And I'll be like, oh, here's a vibrator. What's within reach of me? Oh, here's the Rose vibrator.
Or you could be like Derek and you can just have a corner in your kid's bedroom.
No. Well, that's the thing. There's a second family room, but my kid, like one of them's going to be where one of the girls are in, and they're talking about both just living in that whole back area, the girls. So I'm like, that'd be girl land. Yeah. If that's the case, there is another bedroom that wouldn't be occupied if one of them
we have a plan.
Bedroom that's a family room and the other bedroom.
Now you're talking.
Then there'd be a smaller bedroom that could just be my office /
Yes. We have Girl World, Dale Land,
and then Marissa, you got the kitchen.
Yes.
I hope she's not watching.
What? I didn't agree to these terms at all. I don't know what he's talking about. I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, Dale, you can have like a big beer fridge or something near you, or
he's got a cooler. He just carries around with him all the time.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll figure that. That's the easy part, Greg. I gotta bring all this alcohol back and forth down to the garage. I'd be in the house. It'd be so easy.
My beer is
actually
right
having like
there.
rum and cokes.
See, the thing is, you need to set up like I have. I have a TV there. I have my desk and everything with my podcast here. My beer's right there. I don't even have to leave. I just stay here.
I assume he's talking about Jonah, but Ace hates Jonah. Is he was saying that about getting like a first round?
I was going to say he said Jonah's worth a first round pick and all that.
Yeah, which I don't think.
I hope Ace is right, but I just don't think. Obviously, I don't think this is going to happen.
I hope so.
I hope Ace is right. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't see that happening.
Ace has also said we're going to sign CJ too, and that hasn't happened. Because that's Greg all hot and bothered earlier this week.
Oh man, I was checking my phone every time something went off because like I was doing the show on my phone and
for the podcast listeners, I was looking over at the door to make sure Marissa doesn't beat my ass because I just said about her kitchen. Oh, she cooks like one day a week. That's why I'm so fat. We eat out all the time. I'm not cooking. She don't want to cook.
Where do you eat out at?
I drink beer all the time.
Where do you? No. Where do you eat out at? You guys got like a McDonald's or a Wendy's around your house? No.
They got shit out there.
Hey, we've got things.
Okay. No, I didn't know. I don't freaking know. I'm just asking.
We've got things.
Gotcha.
Things. They had the brew house that's like, looks like you have to go through the hood, Death Valley, all that stuff to get to. But yeah.
You don't know nothing about.
I followed you. Actually, Centauri followed you. I rode. It was very scary.
Pussy.
Yeah. Hey, not really. You have to drive through the hood to get to my house. So if you never come visit, sometime you find out. But I can't drive 2 hours. Whatever.
Hey, Dale, if you live in Cincinnati, you could have been with us at Chandler's, man. You could be coming with us.
Saturday tomorrow night. No, whatever.
Yeah.
Don't want to go. Whatever.
You guys are probably going to get kicked out everywhere you go.
I have never. Never mind.
So
one time I got kicked out.
Let's go down the list of people.
Actually, that's a good question, Greg.
Jerry knows.
Have you got kicked out, Greg?
You guys, I got to switch on my phone. My laptop is going down on battery. See ya.
Wow, Greg just said, "Fuck you guys."
Fuck you guys. Well, I was bringing up how many bars Greg's ever gotten kicked out of since he's never gotten a car wreck.
Well, I was gonna ask for this guest list tomorrow for you guys that you're going out. I know Bengals and Bourbon, you, Greg,
Bourbon, me, Greg, James. This is James going. I talked to Matt.
Centauri's supposed
Centauri's
to go.
going. Cap, Hube's going to be there. He said Sarah Lisa's going to be there. Matty Myers is showing up because he's I'm right with him.
Jules probably going.
I don't know. He didn't. That wasn't on the list, but maybe
you guys got like a whole squad. You're gonna need your own bar for that.
We're gonna need a security detail to come out with us. To be honest, we are kind of big deals when we go rolling. What is he doing now?
I don't know.
He just likes walking around.
And I'm like, he's muted, so if he's saying stuff, we can't hear him.
He's yelling something.
I was turning off the light over there. Is that all right?
Yeah. Why don't you guys invite Jerome? He lives.
Hey, Jerome, you're invited. We're showing up at 7:00 at Holy Grail.
Show up.
Be there, be square.
Just come over, man. I don't give a crap.
Hot damn, Gregory.
I don't give a crap, Jerome. Just come over. It's not like it's illegal or anything. You know what we'll do? I'll bring. Well, I think I promised this to Whit and all that and stuff. I was gonna bring this with me. We could all throw beer cans or bottles at it or something. I don't know.
Okay.
So Jerome, they're gonna be at the Holy Grail at 7 is the plan. I'm not gonna be there because it's 2 hours away. I'm probably gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep at least half the day tomorrow.
I'm gonna make sure I FaceTime you, and you will probably not answer me.
I will not answer because I am. It's felt like the longest week ever. It doesn't help when you do you come straight from work every day and do these shows. For
sometimes I
wait. You don't like hanging out with me? What the hell?
No, I love that's the thing. I love it, but then I'm like, oh fuck, man. And then once I go in the house and I'm like, just long days,
Well,
I'll get to bed and it's
honestly, that's the thing. Sometimes I'm like we'll do your show, then we'll do my show, and then then they have Rally on, and then if you have a show, you have a show later on tonight, then I'm like, sometimes I'm going, I just want to sit and just chill. I just want to watch a basketball game or something,
or watch a movie.
I'm done.
I understand, Dale. No doubt. I like doing this, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, tomorrow, you guys are going to be partying it up, and I'm going to be
just as long as you don't get in your feelings, we'll be fine.
That's only when I'm drunk.
Oh, okay.
Why are you laughing? I get my feelings. Why are you laughing?
I'm not.
So you're saying that's every day that I'm drunk? That's what you were thinking.
I didn't say anything. I just went.
What a fucking asshole. Greg, he claims to be such a good friend, but he's just low-key shit-talking me this whole time.
That's what I said. I am not. I am just laughing. That's it. I love you, dude. You're my boy. You're my boy, Blue.
At least I don't suck dick for cheeseburgers.
Yeah, Greg. Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Huh.
Cheeseburger does sound pretty good, though.
Oh, it does, man.
Cheeseburger. Wow, would that be an Orlando Brown cheeseburger from Chandler's?
Yeah, dude, that'd be the biggest burger on the menu, wouldn't it?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, man.
Huge. I'm sorry if you just tuned in for these last like 1 or 2 minutes where we've just laughed and made. I apologize. Greg Luther's out of control. That's what's going on.
He dropped his phone, and that's what just set me off. He's not.
Yeah, we were so professional and doing so good. So Greg dropped the phone. He was. See, you got to stay on your laptop, Greg. Even if.
But the battery was low, you dumbass.
You don't have a charger close?
Well, no, it's near my bedroom. I thought I had enough juice, but apparently this eats battery up like crazy.
You don't have an outlet in the room.
I do have an outlet, but I'd have to go to my bedroom. That's a long walk.
Oh, and usually you have it charged because in the bedroom is where you need the laptop, so you got the bigger screen for your porn. That makes sense. Is this accurate?
So anyway, going on to Hunter, I think. So yeah.
This is like Greg's like, this is why I don't like coming on a show with you guys. You always do something weird to me. He's leaving.
Hold on, we're talking about the tight end from UC, the Wiley.
Wiley.
We've been talking free agency, but
yeah.
Oh my God,
I feel like we're just running down on free agency because we've talked about it for like 70.
Well, because Dale, you do like
700 hours.
Man, we probably know every.
Shoot, I got another hour. Me and Dale got another hour to go on my show.
And then you have.
But we will talk. We have the draft guy on, so we'll talk more draft probably there.
Yeah, and that's what I was That's why I was like, well, I probably don't want to shoot my load on the draft stuff.
Well, no. So Dale, let me ask you a question. For the NFL draft, are we doing like a big live show with everybody, or?
You guys have brought that up, but I just said that would be a big undertaking, and
we'll see. What's going to suck is someone's going to have a TV on faster than the other, and I got to find out from that person. I want to find out what's going on TV. I don't know. We'll figure out something.
Well, that's what I mean. If it was all live, like if we had, we're big enough.
If Dale lived closer to 2 fucking hours, we could probably all go to Brink Brewery and do it. But
yeah, thanks a lot, Dale.
Lives 2 hours away. Can't drive sometimes.
Dale, just spend the night at Strawberries. What's the worst that's going to happen? Actually, I could think of a lot of things.
You answered your own question, Greg.
Well, they'll come over to my house, man. I mean, I'm just kidding. You wouldn't want to come over.
Once again, I'm getting like
the man who has a bat wants you to come over his house.
Chris said you're wilder than your chest hairs today. Greg just said, but see, we didn't go live for the draft ever though, so that's the thing. Like, trust me, we'll be going live after and that's the thing. We could probably
just go live after.
Let's just do live after the Bengals pick. Let's just do that.
20 minutes after every pick we do.
Yeah, we can do that. Actually, we can switch back and forth between all the shows.
Well,
no, that's what we can do. 20 minutes
after.
That's
a good idea.
Pick, we'll
the first round is is brutal because we're not going to pick.
It's gonna be late.
Well, guys, I don't care. I already took off Friday, the day after the first round. So
I'm probably going to take off that Friday. It's I do that
Friday
pretty
off.
much every year.
It's a tradition for me. I'm
hoping I'll be at Paycor Stadium watching it again.
Oh, you have
how are you going to do a live draft show, Jeff? You can.
Yeah, thanks a lot, you jackass.
Phone.
But I'll tell you this, Greg. I would probably be like this, and I'd be like, "Oh, I know the pick," and then I'm like, "Oh, I'm not going to tell you guys."
No, my brother texted me one time, and I never forgave him ever since, and all that and stuff. So I turned my phone off because I know some.
Well, if you do a live show, People are going to be checking on it, and they're going to immediately put in the comment.
Dale, that's why we do it 10 or 20 minutes after the pick.
I don't know. I kind of like the live show idea because then everybody puts it in the comments, and I don't have to be refreshing my phone.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, if anybody tells me faster than I find out, that's fine. The faster I find out, the better.
No, I know. With everybody else picks, I like to find out and all that. Like when the Chiefs were about to pick Karlaftis, I kept trying to look, and then when I saw Chiefs got Karlaftis, I'm like, God damn it. But
we could do some shit. Yeah, that's things, especially as we get into today. We probably did go fucking long. I don't know. There was a lot.
Out.
I know Iceman and I was doing pre-draft shows, post-draft shows.
Well, that's when you first started doing.
We did do it. I do remember that, Stranger, because we got the Zach Carter pick, and I remember a certain laptop getting closed down because I was like, I really wanted that. What was that fucking? The Browns ended up taking him in the 4th round. Can't remember his name now this year, but
you're like,
I still think he's gonna be good.
I'm like, well, I guess Dale.
Oh, what's the ET from Oklahoma?
Yeah,
I know. Arsenio Winfrey.
Yeah, Winfrey was his last name.
We did it.
Perry on Winfrey.
Perry on Winfrey. Yeah, that's right.
Dale, we did on the weekend because you weren't doing Bengals and Brews wasn't a thing this time last year.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Yeah, we started in March last year, so our year, I think we just went past our year.
Oh,
recently.
okay. I thought you started coming on my shows then.
Sometime it's close to our year anniversary.
Anyway,
happy birthday to! Oh, that'll get you copyrighted. No, I ain't fucking singing that song.
No, you can sing it. You just can't play it. This actual song.
Interesting.
Yeah, you can sing whatever the hell you want. You just can't play the song that they recorded. That's the way it works. But yeah, we did do some draft shows like the weekend. We didn't do anything Thursday night, I don't think. Unless I know I didn't.
The Thursday night we definitely didn't. I think Friday night we ended up maybe doing some stuff.
Friday night and then
Strawberry.
Sunday.
Strawberry. Yeah. I had everything figured out. Can we just all go on your back deck and do a live show?
Sure, come on over. Let's go.
Are you serious? Can I spend the night? I'm not driving home.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Come over. You need my address?
No, you being serious?
You can come over, Greg. I don't care. I'll give you my address.
I'll come over. No,
it's not over the air.
Say it over there. Everybody's gonna show up at Iceman.
I'm in Delhi. Go
Here's the thing. We literally have the best people that follow these shows because no one ever gets fucking weird with us or nothing like that.
Right.
Like some people I've heard, there's some weirdos that is like,
I told you.
Like, you won't answer my fucking call, or I'm gonna throw my ashes into the river or whatever. Like some weird shit.
We family. Like, no, we're not family.
Well, we're family.
Well, no, we are. Anyway, I told you that one. Anyway, we don't need to get into that one. Don't remember that one?
No, I don't.
No, you were drunk. I'll have to tell you later again.
And I'll forget again. That's a good thing about me. I ain't spilling your secrets.
No.
So I'd have to remember them.
Yeah, exactly. I don't mean to spill secrets. It just comes out sometimes.
Oh, you're the worst.
I
can't ever tell you anything. It's like, I want to tell you stuff, and I'm like, I can't. Because out of excitement, he's going to
just blurt it out. Like, that's awesome. Did you guys hear it having a Dale?
I'll be like, I told you not to say anything.
Like, all right, my bad.
I did not do the spaces, Tom. Tom's asking for the podcast.
I've done a spaces. I started a Twitter space and I actually invited Dale, and Dale said, "Fuck off."
I went. Okay, that's the one time was last year during the draft, and I was like, "Oh, check this out," and I was like, "Oh, this is fucking crazy."
They're crazy. I Ace and Zim do them all the time. I'm like, I'll jump in there every once in a while, but it's just there one guy talking over another guy, and I'm like, I can't. I don't even know.
It's too much.
I'm like,
it's too much.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. I know Bourbon likes them. Bourbon's in them.
Yeah. No, I've been in them a couple of times, but like you say, you got a bunch of people talking all at once. It's hard to get something off,
Yeah.
No, it's cool to listen to for updates. Don't get me wrong, but yeah.
Yeah, but is it really updates, or is it just people just saying stuff?
I don't know. I jump in occasionally.
Who knows?
Well, we got Sports with Strawberry Ice here in a half an hour. Our guest is Draft Guy Jared.
Yes.
Our guest. I'm the co-host of that show too. That's what I do. That's my life now.
Wait, did we just become best friends?
I think we did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Take
that, Ted Karras.
Oh, yeah. Look, we made Greg mad. Greg, we love you too.
Yeah, we like you too, Greg. Well, I don't know. He's got Greg, we like you too. Sorry,
Greg, we love you. We'll build triple bunk beds.
Yes. I got the top. You guys are below me.
Below me.
I like the way that came.
Who they, baby? Let's go. It's time. Cincinnati, we gon' rise and up. In the jungle, we unite and up. Trippin' orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move rockin' on? Now who wanna move tossing on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you